What is up, everyone? We're back with a little bit of footage I had from last week that I didn't post because I was busy during Memorial Day weekend. I hope everyone had a great weekend, but I want to go over this video and also kind of just talk about Pokemon Go PvP, what I've seen, what I think, issues, what can be improved. So I might not do exact play-by-play of this video. This was the first full 5 rounds I did after turning ace, and I ended up going 5-0. So we're going to let this video play in the background, and I'm going to talk a little bit. But one thing I've noticed, especially this past week, is I'm basically going up against the same 3 to 6 Pokemon. Every team is basically the same 3 to 6 Pokemon. And it's not that it gets boring per se, it does get kind of boring. It's just interesting to me that there's some Pokemon that are just so much stronger and so much better than other Pokemon, to where in order to be competitive, you need to use those Pokemon. I think it was one of the regional championships that just passed. 80% of the players had Lantern on their team, and oddly enough, that's the Pokemon I've been seeing the most this week. Lantern and Azumarill. So it's just like you either have to play those Pokemon or play hard counters for those Pokemon. There's not a ton of room for making creative teams, making different teams, trying different Pokemon. Now, granted, someone could find a combination that works or find a Pokemon that is a little spicy and can shake things up. But most of the players are using the same Pokemon. Again, going back to that regional competition, most of the players are using like the same 8 Pokemon among all the team. Shadow Gligar was in the mix, Annihilape, of course, which I'm using, so I can't say anything. But yeah, there's just Pokemon that are just better, so you need to use them. So I would like to see more variety of teams, different Pokemon being used, not going up against the same Pokemon every single time. Because basically, you just need to pick counters for Lantern, Azumarill, Gligar, Annihilape. Those 4 Pokemons are the ones I'm seeing the most of. So just pick counters for those and you'll do well. But anyways, that's my little rant. We can get into this video, the battle footage, and see what's going on here. Okay, so it looks like this. I think this is the end of the first match. So had a good win there. Started off with the win. Like I said, I went 5-0 in this match. This was the last day of the Catch Cup, so I know people don't have their best Pokemon, their best teams for this Catch Cup, but this is probably going to be my last video for the season, since the new season starts on June 1st. So we'll start with some fresh video there, and I'm going to try to get to Legend rank if possible, which is going to require me getting some more Pokemon, getting some new attacks, and leveling up and all that stuff. So match number 2, same start. Sandslash versus Mantine. Mantine, I didn't see a lot of this past week, but I did see a lot in the Catch Cup because there was that week where Mantine was widely available, and he is a great Pokemon in PvP. They switched out the Primeape. Now, this is where I like to keep Aerial Ace in, because Annihilape, Primeape, and all of them are weak to it. He does block it with the shield smartly, wisely so. I think he's just going to do either like an Ice Punch or... Yeah, Ice Punch, yeah. So that caught me off guard occasionally when I have like Mandibuzz or Gligar, someone in there, and a Primeape or someone I don't realize has Ice Punch throws out the Ice Punch. But right now, okay, we're going back into the fight. We got 3 Pokemon. We got both of our shields. They bring in Mantine, who will throw out the Aerial Ace at Annihilape. So we're going to get in. Oh, they were able to get a half the shield this, or we are donezo, unfortunately. Okay, so I built up a lot of energy, switched to Sandslash. I want to save that stored energy on the Annihilape. We are able to take the Mantine out with the Aerial Ace. Unfortunately, we see a Wigglytuff, which Annihilape is weak to. So we're going to have to play carefully. We do have the Poliwrath, though, which I assume I'm going to switch into here. Switch into the Poliwrath. Unfortunately, Poliwrath is also weak to Fairy. Hopefully, we can get the opponent to use this shield, because we do have a bunch of stored energy on Annihilape. We can use that Shadow Ball. We are going to go down here. We can try to swap to Annihilape, get that Shadow Ball off. Oh, they do the Icy Wind. Interesting. So we're actually in a really good spot. We get off our Icy Wind. The opponent is almost knocked out. Like I said, we have a bunch of energy on Annihilape, so we can just jump in, throw off our charge attack, and get the W. Barely, actually. That didn't even knock out Wigglytuff. Oh, man. I'm glad I kept hitting the screen after that. All right, on to the third match. 2-0 at this point. Let's see who we're up against. Do we think Mantine at some point? I think Mantine at some point in this team. Empoleon. Shadow Empoleon is very strong. The Hydro Cannon with the Shadow Pokemon is deadly, so you definitely have to be careful about that. Throwing out the Ice attack here. I don't think this is going to do much. Oh, he shielded it anyway, so that's fine. Man, yeah, that Shadow Pokemon is taking some health off of Sandslash. A lot of health off of Sandslash. So they switch out into Carbink. Carbink is a very tanky Pokemon. Also a fairy type, which is bad for Poliwrath and Annihilate. I'm not sure how I end up winning this match. They have a good lead at this point. They have 2 strong Pokemon so far. Let's see what happens. Am I able to get... No, I wasn't able to... Okay, so my Poliwrath does have Mud Shot, which looks like might be super effective against Carbink. No, not super effective, so... But Carbink's fast attack is not very effective against Poliwrath, so that is good for us. Icy Wind does have an attack debuff, so that's going to come into play considering we don't have any shields left already. Rock Slide, not very effective. Okay, things are looking good. Things are looking better than I thought. We're going to throw out the Icy Wind. It's not going to do a lot of damage, but it's going to debuff their attack. Yeah, not a lot of damage at all. We are able to get 2 Icy Winds off, so they should have 2 attack debuffs. If they throw out a Scald... Okay, we switched out. That was a good catch of this charge attack. Perfect timing right there. Just eating that charge attack. Throwing on Annihilate. He's got a lot of health. Let's build up some energy. He can take both the Scald or the Poison attack. It is Scald. Takes off about 50% of our health. Alright, we got some storage energy built up. We're going to throw out this Night Slash and KO this Pokemon. See, they bring out Carbink. No, Empoleon. They brought in Empoleon. I probably should have saved up for the Shadow Ball there. I think I got a little scared. It did knock. Oh, no, it did not knock him out. So I guess probably good that I did that. I don't know if we would have been able to get to that Shadow Ball. All right, let's throw out another Icy Wind. I don't think this will KO Carbink, but we will debuff his attack. Okay, so we were able to get off the second Icy Wind before they got their charge attack. Carbink is a really tough Pokemon for this team, so I am surprised we got the win there. Especially with that Shadow Empoleon. That Shadow Empoleon hits hard. So I think we made some good shield calls there. All around good match right there. Alright, I believe this is the 4th match. Poliwrath versus Sandslash. If he has a fighting attack, okay, so he doesn't have a fighting attack, but Sandslash is not very strong. Poliwrath is weak to Aerial Ace. I'm hoping he lets this go through. He does let it go through. I'm telling you, man, that's why I love Aerial Ace on this Pokemon. No one expects it. Now, ooh, I should have shielded that. They went into the Marowak, which is a fire Pokemon. Marowak and Talonflame absolutely destroys Sandslash. It's so bad that they can usually get off an attack or two before I even know what Pokemon they are changing to, just because of the lag and the frames on this game. So they can usually knock out my Sandslash before I even know what Pokemon it is. And that's something else I think needs to be addressed. The swapping can sometimes be so fast with the frame rate on this game and the lag and all that things. One person is going to get an advantage in some way. So I wish there was a little bit of a better way to fix that, but I guess it kind of is what it is. All right. We got the Dragon Dark Pokemon against Annihilate. We are shielding in case he has a Dark attack, which are weak to it. He went with Dragon Pulse. So Poliwrath, I should be able to knock him out here. I didn't check to see if they had their shields, but I don't think they do at this point. They do have a shield, okay. We have a shield left. Okay, this shield this. See what they throw out. They throw out the Icy Wind. Okay, we should be able to get off a Shadow Ball here. We do get this Shadow Ball. If they're dark, I believe they are weak to ghost attacks. No, they are not. They're strong against ghost attacks. Oh yes, Annihilate is fighting in Ghost, and Ghost are weak against Ghost. That's right. Okay. Fifth and final match. Legend. We went. Is this person? Did that person say legend? How did they have a legend team going up here? Dotrio. I don't think I've ever seen this Pokemon. They swap out. Good swap. They're able to catch our ice attack, which Dotrio was weak to. It actually took off some decent health on Double. Double is weak to fighting, so we are good. I shielded this. I probably didn't need to if it's a body slam. It was a wild charge, so that was actually a good shield. Good shield. We knocked out the Double, built up a ton of energy. Let's see if they bring that Dotrio back out. They do bring the Dotrio. It is a flying Pokemon, so I am going to shield here. I believe it's flying. Drill Peck. Okay, we have so much energy built up here. I'm going to start throwing out some Night Slashes. Get them to use their shield. We have another one. Throwing out another Night Slash. We did have enough energy for the Shadow Ball, so they have to respect that. Switching into the Sand Slash. We are good here. I think it's Drill Peck again. Let's see if they do. So they do Drill Peck. Not very effective. Groudon, and they just quit. Yeah, that's it. GG, Shadow Groudon. They were in trouble there. So 5-0 on this match. Really good. Lots of prizes. Lots of good stuff. Like I said, I think this is going to be my last video for this season. The new season starts on June 1st. So between now and then, I'm going to try to get some new Pokemon, get some attacks, find some Pokemon with good IVs, and try to get Legend next season. Let's see if we can get the Legend. Thanks for watching. On to the next one.